Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. DA, it's all you.
Hey, Kevin.
Very dangerous indeed. David, thanks. Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Sabonis and Turner up front. LeVert out there with Brogdon. And it's Holiday in at the 3. And for Milwaukee, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Giannis hits it to go on the assist by Holiday. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
Here's Sabonis. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Drops in the tray.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Indiana off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. Pass to LeVert. First quarter of play, 1 minute played, and the Pacers can't get it to go. And he dunks it down.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
Brogdon against Holiday. LeVert with a wide open look. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in.
And the lid's off. They're 1 for 4 to begin this one, but that shot might just get them going.
On the wing, Holiday. And here's DiVincenzo from the arc. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Now, they can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
And as much as Holiday brings to your offense, it's his defense that's repeatedly recognized.
Well, when you make all NBA defensive teams and you're smart and strong and quick like Drew Holiday is, I think not only does the reputation start to build, but your confidence in disrupting somebody else by playing that way is something you rely on. Man, they're making everything and look confident. 5 shots, 5 makes.
There's the pass to Brogdon. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, at 6'5", Brogdon capable of getting up there. We don't see it all that often, but a nice dump.
DiVincenzo finds Lopez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
An era where we're seeing teams turn away from the slower 7-footers. Brook Lopez still playing a pivotal role for the Bucks.
There's been a lot of talk in recent years, Greg, as how the big man has been played off the floor in the playoffs. That's just not the case with Lopez because he's been able to step out and shoot threes along with being a really reliable rim protector.
Brogdon against Holiday. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Bucks leading by 9. Here's Antetokounmpo. DiVincenzo against LeVert. And the dunk by Giannis.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Throwing it down on that one. Turner really showing off that athleticism.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Giannis. Clock at 6. Middleton inside the 3-point line. And good as it just snugs right down through the net.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. McDermott's checked in for Sabonis. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Justin Holiday. Aaron Holiday is checked in for Karis LeVert. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Passes it to Lamb. Over Middleton. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Middleton against Lamb. And slam dunk by Lamb.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. There's the lob to Portis. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
Well, how good have they been on the inside tonight, just getting down into the painted area and just dominating, controlling that spot.
Connaughton passes to Tucker. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Lamb.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And Forbes kicks to Portis. Middleton the pass to Portis. Here's Connaughton.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
That three off the mark. Here's Lamb. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Holiday. From past the arc. No good from Connaughton. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Ham leading the charge.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Bucks ahead, up 11. And we'll get going after this from Milwaukee. And, Greg, you feel like that pressure never really got to Holiday.
One of the toughest guards in the league, mentally and physically. He's a machine that just keeps on coming, no matter the circumstances.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Guys, we've seen the Bucks really take control here early.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Pacers. Jeremy Lamb out there with McDermott. And there's Miles Turner. And it's T.J. McConnell. And it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. And the Bucks with some changes. Giannis, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. Sabonis, he's checked in for the Pacers. Malcolm Brogdon comes in for T.J. McConnell. Outside Lamb. Sabonis, and staying with the play, Sabonis. Sabonis has got his first points in this one.
A tireless rebounder. Sabonis gives his team an edge on the glass.
Lobs it up for Holiday.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here's Holiday. No points in the game yet for him. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Indiana also making some changes. Justin Holiday's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Aaron Holiday. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he claims a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
And now the fast break, Brogdon with the ball. Three-pointer, LeVert. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. LeVert's got it back down to single digits for the Pacers. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. Back to Holiday. Down low. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Pacers trail by 11. And here is Brogdon. Pass to LeVert. Six to shoot. Back to Brogdon. Teardrop shot, and the layup is good.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
DiVincenzo kicks to Holiday. Pass to Connaughton. Holiday looking over the floor. Hits it from three-point range. Holiday's got 5 now.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the three-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
And the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in. And the Pacers also making a change. Miles Turner, he's checked in for McDermott.
Brogdon being the rookie of the year and coming in and doing a great job for the Milwaukee Bucks. This is a guy who could play either guard position and has a great mentality and great poise as a point guard.
Brogdon hits them both. Bucks leading by 10. Outside Holiday. And Lopez throws it down.
It's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
Now here's Brogdon. 6 points for him. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Gives the team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
Middleton against Holiday. A three for DiVincenzo. The rebound by Brogdon. Pacers trail by 10. Stolen by Middleton. And here we go, the fast break with Giannis. And the wide open shot from DiVincenzo. Nails the open triple off the fast break.
It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game. And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there that go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013, I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken #1.
Improving so much since his rookie season. I can't wait to see the next step LeVert makes in his career.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Aaron Holiday comes in for Justin Holiday, and it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for LeVert. And here's Giannis. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. DiVincenzo passes to Holiday. 20 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And he recovers it. Bucks leading by 9. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis, he's checked in for Lopez. P.J. Tucker comes in for Antetokounmpo. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Drew Holiday.
And how about Sabonis getting up there and rising up to slam down?
43 seconds left in the first half of the game. There's the lob to the hoop. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Forbes, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. And the Bucks lead by 12.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him, they appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Lamb passes to Holiday. Launches a three, and again, it's the Pacers from deep. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Here's DiVincenzo. Sabonis with the steal. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
He scorched the hardwood with an aggressive style that put him.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then it's Holiday. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Forbes in at the 2. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Sabonis kicks to Brogdon. The pass to Sabonis. 5 to shoot. And that'll be Indiana as it goes out of bounds. Pacers retain possession. So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 9 points. Holiday gets the bucket. Milwaukee's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Back to Forbes. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Holiday up top. He's guarded by Brogdon. Here's Giannis. Here's Lopez. Shoots the 3. Forbes can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
This is when length becomes a massive, massive positive. What a shot block by Giannis.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
And the first one drops. When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
So many things have changed around Drew Holiday. The one thing that's been a constant is that he's a hard worker, such a great all-around player who likes to be a leader, and he has been for this ball club.
McDermott's checked in for Sabonis. Brogdon outside. Back to LeVert. Three-pointer. A rebound by the Bucks. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
And last season, Giannis Antetokounmpo welcoming his first child into the world.
And maybe now an MVP at home as a most valuable pop-up. The mother of his son was a volleyball.
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Bucks passing it around. Here's Forbes. A three-pointer off the mark. Pacers trail by 5. Holiday with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And Giannis pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Lopez, no luck.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
Forbes the pass to Lopez. That one doesn't go. Good work defensively by Turner. Now the Pacers moving it up.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Lopez passes to Giannis. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Doug McDermott.
Yeah, hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
And some changes here for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. In Indiana with a change here too. Holiday's checked in. And Brogdon has got the ball here for Indiana. 7-point differential. And Turner the bucket on the assist from Brogdon. Turner's got 6 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Connaughton kicks to Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Yeah, I don't think you're stopping Giannis on a drive like that. He just takes off and one stride gets by everybody.
Timeout called the Pacers. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
A smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Lopez. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Indiana. Here's Turner. And once again off the mark by Indiana. Bucks leading by 7. Holiday left side. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
How about Drew rising up, getting to the rim. Love the power on that dunk, too.
Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Holiday against Brogdon. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. Holiday dishes to Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Tucker. Here's Connaughton from deep. Bangs home the trifecta. And now it's a 12-point Bucks lead.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Back to Brogdon. Will it go? And once again off the mark by Indiana.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Holiday finds Tucker. Lobs it up for Holiday.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 14. Here's Brogdon. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Holiday. And here's the break. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Timeout.
Run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Sabonis, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. Now, here's McConnell. He's covered closely. Pass to Sabonis. That's tipped. Just 4 to shoot. The kick out to Holiday. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got 3 assists in the game. There's the lob at Nakumbo. Pass to Connaughton. A 3 for DiVincenzo. He can't get it to go. So the Pacers will take it the other way. The pass to McConnell. An easy 2 points on the layup.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
On the wing, Holiday. 10 points for him. Buries the long-range jumper.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them to get back in the ballgame.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And a look at the 5 for the Pacers to start the fourth quarter. Sabonis and Turner up front. LeVert out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Holiday in at the 3 spot.
Lopez at that size has no trouble throwing it down.
Pacers trail by 13. McConnell passes to LeVert. Shoots over DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Portis.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
And that foot injury robbing Dante DiVincenzo of much of his rookie season, but in year 2, he had a nice bounce back.
One of the things, Greg, that I think is most important for any player at any level is any time that you're hurt, you still have an opportunity from the bench to pick up some of the nuances of the game. There's no doubt that Dante did that last year, and this year has stepped in and continued to contribute to this ball club.
And there's the foul. It's on Bobby Portis. That is his first foul of the game. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. Now here's McConnell, guarded by Holiday. McConnell passes to Holiday.
How about the length? Tough for any offensive player to deal with the likes of Middleton with those long arms.
And in the first half, they had some success from beyond the arc, but that hasn't been the case since halftime. That shot has dried up.
Shot's good by Turner.
Such a big part of what he does for this team. Just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Fast break. Here comes Indiana. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Greg, one of your former teammates, John Starks, would get under a guy's skin on the court. He's like a nuisance, but really opposite off the floor, away from the game.
I'll tell you, Kev, John's got a heart of gold, and anybody that knows him is going to be a fan of the person. John is as good a friend as I can ever recall having.
Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Now here is Holiday. He's covered by McConnell. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. To the middle. Here's Sabonis. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Sabonis, such a fantastic prospect. The guy you think is going to play 10 or 12 years in this league, and a good job there getting contact and getting to the line.
Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. In Indiana with a change here too. Brogdon, he's checked in for T.J. McConnell. And Antetokounmpo. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. They get a hand on it, and here are the Pacers now. And so it's Brogdon who brings up the ball for Indiana. 11-point game. And there it is for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Back to Forbes. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Bucks lead by 11.
Fundamental play there from Lopez, spotting the open man and then sending him the ball.
Passes to LeVert. A solo fast break. Goes up. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And Turner kicks to Brogdon. Milwaukee leading by 13. Here's Middleton, and he goes in for the dunk.
That's great signs to see Chris Middleton get up just like that.
Pacers have gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by Dante DiVincenzo.
And he's on fire from beyond the arc there. It's time to start shaping their game plan.
The game. Dante DiVincenzo.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he had.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Indiana's head coach was saying to the team. He said, "Do you want this game? Don't tell me about it. Show me and show your teammates. We've got to play better, and we've got to play harder if we're going to come back." Guys?
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time.
Giannis has the hard hat on right now, going to work. So good, so long, and just terrorizing the Heat.
And so here is Indiana, trailing by 13. LeVert against Middleton. LeVert kicks to McDermott. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
For 3, Middleton. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight. There's the killer 2-handed slam.
Sweet pass from Turner. He's really been working on his ability to pass the ball.
Timeout called, the Bucks. They lead by 8. 1:36 left to play here in the fourth. Justin Holiday's checked in for the Pacers. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And Middleton kicks to Forbes. Takes the 3. Pacers with the rebound. Turner's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's LeVert, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And boy, you have to be impressed with LeVert's composure in the clutch. That kind of confidence will take you a long way.
Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. Back to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Forbes has got 7 points here in this quarter.
Feeling more and more comfortable in this offense. That's just Chris Middleton making a play.
Drew Holiday is checked in for the Bucks. Here's LeVert. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Inside. The fadeaway. And it's LeVert missing. Outside Holiday. To the paint. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Middleton the pass to Lopez. Middleton outside. Just 5 on the clock. For the three. The shot by Holiday, no good. Holiday against Brogdon. Offensive rebound. Lets it go with the three. LeVert from outside. No good on that one. And so the Bucks take the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have... All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.